Well, see, that should be our
But
good luck charm. Things fucking up first. At least it
Hey,
doesn't fuck
hey,
up during the stream.
memes. Hey, memes. Go over to the Rule 34 challenge and see what I posted.
oh Christ, don't do it,
I
memes.
I'm gonna pull a America Online OG card here and say, aside from filling up a bunch of landfills, I can acknowledge that.
Oh goodness, goodness.
So tonight's stream, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Mr. Monopoly, how's it going? Welcome to the chat. Tonight's stream, ladies and gentlemen, is about not listening to the fans. The company should stop listening to fans.
Wait, what? No. I like fans. They help keep us cool.
Not
Tell that.
today.
Tell that to Disney and the video games industry.
Yeah. So
I'm glad I'm drinking then.
Discord, or not Discord, OBS is being completely fucking retarded, and I can't get this up on the screen because OBS is being stupid. So
You just gotta go into window capture.
yeah, that it's not doing any, it's not capturing anything.
Oh, is it behind another element?
No, it's not capturing any. It's barely capturing Discord, and only because it's on a browser element. But even then, I have to update, maybe, or revert to a previous. No, this is the newest one, so I have to revert to a previous OBS. So yeah, yay,
Technology is great as long as it works.
yeah. So I haven't.
Technical fucking difficulties.
So since this is not the point I wanted to make was because it's not capturing, you guys don't have the article right in front of you, but I will post it in the chat so you guys can click on it
Good idea.
at your leisure. And I'll
Way
throw
to
it in
follow
the
along.
stream chat because why the hell not? Mr. Monopoly says fan service is good every now and then, but not all the time. This is not about fan service. No, this is about ignoring the fans. There's an active call now, and it's starting from the Woke Brigade, from VG 24/7, saying that game developers, it's time to stop listening to the fans, and this is going to trickle throughout, like the movie industry and the comic book industry, and if it hasn't already, if these sentiments haven't been already echoed, and it's just making its way to gaming now. So I don't know. But we're ready for the fun fest here?
Oh, we're ready.
So have we come full circle?
I could not tell you. What I do know is this is gonna be a painful article to read. We ready?
Hold on.
Mr. Monopoly wants to know when will being woke end? Never. It will never end. We've opened Pandora's box. Goatman, how's it going? He says, "Shalom, shitheads."
Sorry.
What's that, memes?
I was gonna say if we are waging a culture war, if we end up having prisoners of war, can we just play the Lamb Chop theme song? Will that solve it? No, there's a 10-hour link on YouTube. Here, I'll share it.
Are we talking about the Lamb Chops play along, everyone sing a song or whatever, however the fuck it goes, or the song that never ends?
Oh, the song that never ends.
Okay.
It goes on and on, my friend.
People started singing it, not knowing what it was.
And
I
they'll
hate both of
continue
you.
singing it, just because.
Well, you guys have
fucking
Nurgle
hate
on the
both of you.
stream, Mr. Monopoly asks. Nurgle is more than welcome to come on the stream. He
I
is in our
haven't seen that
Discord.
for a while.
Huh? What's that, memes?
Oh no, I haven't seen Lord Nurgle for a while.
Yeah,
I
He's
had a
in
very
the-
short brief
he's in-
chat.
He's on at the moment. He's in the list. He's right under
that
me.
might be his kid. That might be his kid on his computer though, playing Fortnite or some shit. So yeah,
Oh god, this article.
I know, this-
Why?
this is
Why?
this is great. So let's bend this over and get into the reading. Yeah, huh? You ready?
Now,
No,
be kind.
no, I'm not ready at all.
Go into it with an open mind.
And a dry dick. Maybe a little spit.
No,
Don't get
no.
mad. There's a bit of hyperbole in that headline.
Ugh.
Among all the detritus of the internet, the occasional bit of usable feedback exists. It's just that the shit floats to the top until it's all you can see.
Glad I got my
BioWare,
beer tonight.
right? BioWare has a lot to answer for, basically. Mass Effect 3 feels like ground zero for toxic fan entitlement. I'm sure the developer
Fucking drink.
I'm sure the developer was just trying to do the right thing, but it changed the ending of the game of its game due to negative feedback, bending its creative vision to pander to the baying masses. This rarely happens in any other medium, sure. You could point at the Sonic movie changing his appearance over criticism,
That
but
made me
it's
so
the
happy.
video game crowd once again. Elsewhere, people have petitioned to have the last season of Game of Thrones remade, but HBO would never do that because it's absurd. Like it or not, the vast majority of video game players just do not understand game development. If a game doesn't run well, it's bad optimization. If there's a lack of features, it's down to development constraints and deadlines. It's lazy developers. It's not a dig at the gaming audience. It's just that the video games are a complex chimera of publisher goals, developer goals, and the realities of working with an ever-shifting vision. It's like molding a jar from clay on a roller coaster. Games are broken mess right up until launch. When the roller coaster finally comes to a halt and the clay stops flopping around like one of those car dealership balloons. And developers are usually aware of the major issues they launch with.
Wait, did we just attack the wacky wildly inflated tube man? Okay, I can
So,
speak.
Ugh.
let's
Ugh.
break down the first few paragraphs here, right? So first off, they're pissy that Mass Effect changed its ending. Okay, whatever. They're probably also pissy that more people came and bought BioWare shitfest after they had fixed it. Let's talk about the Sonic thing. They always, and this came out in an article not too long ago, they always had a backup appearance for Sonic in case the audience testing didn't go right. Because otherwise, yes, it would have been expensive as fuck to change it. And yes, I agree, Game of Thrones Season 7 will not be remade. It should not be remade.
In 8?
Season 8.
Season 8, whatever. Whatever.
I know what you meant.
I don't watch the shit.
Hey, it cost 90
And-
million. You're saying that we couldn't get a Kickstarter for 100 million?
All I'm saying
Right.
is that it should not be remade. Let it remain the pile of shit it is, so that people have a frame of reference to come back to go, maybe doing an adaptation when the source material isn't complete isn't a good idea.
I thought it was.
Oh,
I'm gonna interrupt here on that real quick and say, a lot of people give Dexter a lot of shit for the way it ended, but the thing is, Jeff Lindsay said that it was fine for Showtime to actually go in a different tangent because there were things that show did that he never thought of. From Game of Thrones, which actually worked off of a bit of source material, and then basically tried to out Scott Pilgrim without the author actually being in the loop. So
Right.
when I say that Dexter ended better than Game of Thrones and people get mad, I said, well, it really did solely for the technical aspect that I pointed out. Fan being pissy, and that's not fans getting mad about stuff. It's just the fans feel that there was a lot of build up to the show, and that the people that were trying to finish the show
Yeah,
out didn't really give a
we're-
crap because they didn't.
We're spending a little too much time on the wrong thing here again. Couple chats quick.
I wanna. Okay, go for
Couple
it.
chats quick, and then you can hop on the bandwagon, I guess, Doku. Mr. Monopoly says, "Oh, the internet, you always always find ways to amaze us." Mr. Monopoly says, "If Sonic was released today, it would make the Lion King remake look good to watch." Jacob says, "So they're saying we should be okay with having shit products when they come out instead of being good." Yeah.
But no, I just want to point out the bullshittery of this. Not the intro paragraph, but the second one that has the meat, the meat of this argument, this premise. BioWare has a lot to answer for.
No, that's not even the meat of it though. The meat of it starts.
But
the meat of it starts
I want
in
to
the
point
third
this.
paragraph.
Yeah, but let me point this out. This rarely happens in any other medium. Sure, you could point at the Sonic movie, and then also you brought up Game of Thrones. No one cared about BioShock changing its fucking ending compared to fucking Game of Thrones and Sonic. What the fuck are you on about?
What did they change in the game? I'm unfamiliar.
No, I didn't play
You
it.
just made my point for me.
Yeah.
No one gave a shit.
No. If I was a fan, like, what was the original and what they changed it to? Just quick.
Let's say look it up.
Yeah,
Fair
I don't know for sure because I don't play BioWare games. I just don't. I've never really had a draw to them.
I might be thinking of Sonic Snake, but was either this one or Sonic Snake or fucking BioWare end with it was all a simulation run by a dog?
I don't know.
I have
Continue,
no idea.
So basically, what we're really looking at is this third paragraph down, and yes, these whoever wrote this article, Kirk McKinnon, McKead, however the fuck you say your last name, you Scottish prick.
Now, be nice.
I don't want to
McKeon.
be nice, please.
It's
That'd be
McKeon.
nice.
Names I don't want to be nice. So we're looking at this last article, or this last paragraph that I just read. So he dings bad optimization, right? It's poorly optimized. Well, yes, that is a legitimate argument because it could have been coded on an Intel system versus an AMD system, and the two don't play well exactly. You have to do some sort of hackery to get the two to work correctly together. If there's a lack of features, it isn't down to development constraints and deadlines. It's lazy developers. So yeah, that does become a legitimate argument when the developers pull some shit like Fortnite, where they do the least work possible for the highest amount of return possible. There are some things in that sentence alone that I do want to touch on, but I'll come back to that in a minute.
Well, the thing is, real quick, those are technical issues about how the game runs and how it plays. It has nothing to do with fucking fan entitlement.
Or when I'll just throw out an example. As much as I love Transformers War for Cybertron, I absolutely love that game. It has issues. For one, you cannot customize your controls. I play on mouse and keyboard. I do not play with a fucking controller when I play my games on my computer. So when I go to play my games, I expect to have some level of being able to change some key binding. Right? There's no key binding changing in War for Cybertron, and it fucking sucks. That's just an example. So yes, that is an example of lazy developers. They were building on the Unreal Engine. You could have it's the most flexible engine around.
Isn't it free source now?
It is. And it's the
Has been
most
for a while.
flexible engine for game developers to work on. So let's see. That's not a dig at the gaming audience. It's just that video gamers are a complex chimera of publisher goals, developer goals, and the realities of working with an ever-shifting vision. Okay, let's talk about that quick.
Well, just real quick, just before we, I think we're all missing the massive chunk of fucking juice in the previous
Probably, yeah.
paragraph, which was inflatable arm flailing tube man. Bad.
Not just me. Wacky
Oh,
Wild
yeah.
inflatable flailing tube man. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah,
I
I
say
think-
that 5 times fast.
Yep, it's a new white supremacy thing.
Yeah, I guess.
What? What? No. Hold on. Is that true? Because I think that might be a bridge too far.
Well, you see, it is true because we told them about the honkler so as we can sneak in the flailing inflatable arm flailing tube man.
Does that mean Family Guy is now wrong?
Yes, it does. Cancel Family Guy.
I just want them to repeat that a dozen times on CNN. These white supremacists waving wacky inflatable arm, never mind.
Jacob
That's
says this is
amazing.
retardation on overdrive. It's like saying fans should be okay with Sonic 06 being a broke, unplayable game. Yeah, exactly. So here's one of the problems that I already have, and I'm probably already going to point to this as we continue. But people like Kirk here work for PlayStation. People like Kirk are telling Japanese developers that when they import their game to play on PlayStation and they have to be sent back to the developer to be retooled because the art doesn't fit with their hashtag core values.
What are we talking? Oh,
Yeah.
about the spirit guide lady that's usually naked, but her lady parts are usually covered conspicuously.
Right. So whenever these games are censored, and they, when you look at the development cost, it's people like Kirk who cause these development costs to go up to begin with. So let's keep that in mind as we go through. That's kind of what I wanted to get out earlier.
But
And
isn't it her
something-
choice?
Real quick, Beeb. Something else I want to point out.
Fucking memes.
This person is saying games are a broken mess right up until launch. No, they're not. They're a broken mess because game developers are paying attention to you idiots on Twitter and the freaking game journalists fucking bitching, whining, moaning, complaining, trying to get a product out too fucking quick, and then they release a product that's fucking not playable, and then people bitch about it,
Like
and then they blame the
Batman-
fans.
Like Batman Arkham Knight was an unplayable, glitchy mess that was literally bricking consoles when it was released. Or how the Nintendo Switch, the very first Nintendo Switch update, or not Switch, Wii U updates were bricking Wii U's.
Yeah,
see,
and-
see,
and
my
that's
Where
the
thing is-
thing.
like half of the Dreamcast discs that were shipped didn't even fucking run on the Dreamcast because they were poorly burned.
the Dreamcast had its issues, but see, I'm still a little bit hung up on are they nerfing a strong female character's freedom of expression?
Oh, God damn it, memes. But no,
Fucking
here's the
memes.
thing. Nobody's bitching about the fact that your game didn't stick to your quote core values. We're bitching about the fact that your game is unplayable because you're spending
Yeah.
too much fucking time on Twitter.
All right, let's get back to the article because there's going to be a lot more we can rape. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Go
Things
for it.
are often changed or cut. Some things don't work. Some things work better than expected and are expanded upon. Nobody wants to release a bad game. Citation, please. Nobody wants the ending of their critically acclaimed sci-fi trilogy to be ill-received. You often see video game fans come to the defense of game developers if certain story beats in a game are criticized. Criticism is just that. Pointing out that something could be better. No, criticism can go either way. It's not just pointing out the negative shit, it's talking about the good shit as well. You fucking prick. It's not asking for something to be changed. It's a talking point and, hopefully, deeper reading of a game that might help you see it from another angle. Yet when a critic points out issues with the handling of certain themes, a portion of the audience cries censorship, and they go off and create petitions to get games changed. Gee, didn't I just fucking say it?
This is the same shit as fucking Sony and Paul Feig and all of those cunts. It's like, we weren't criticizing you for just the sake of fucking calling you an asshole. We're criticizing you so as you might do something better in the future and improve on it.
Did you ask nicely?
Well, we did at first, but then he told us that we're all a bunch of neckbeard fucking basement-dwelling fucking, chilled man babies. So then we just went, all right,
We got
fuck you,
Lotus
cunts.
Wolf
On.
in the chat. How's it going, Lotus Wolf? He wants to know what this shit is. What is this shit? It is exactly what you think it is. It's shit.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. This individual writing this garbage article might have a valid point. if your fucking game was playable, so these points actually might be fucking
That's not
valid.
even the point. That's not even the point. Did I or did I not just say, keep in mind the censorship thing? Right?
Mm.
And literally, then, like, 2 paragraphs later, he brings up the fucking censorship thing.
Well, he's using
by
his
the way,
freedom of
that's-
speech to express his opinion.
And that's
By the way,
fine.
that's 4 more. That's 4 more drinks for those of you not keeping count.
So we're at, what, 8 drinks now? Fuck.
Only half
9.
a can down.
I'm
I'm only
glad-
half a can down.
I'm glad right now that I don't have any alcohol because I'd be in a fucking alcoholic rage.
I think I have beer.
You should go grab one because you're gonna need it.
All right, I'm gonna keep going, guys. Harvester of Sorrow says, "Get woke."
Go broke.
Nice follow up, Lotus. He says, "Go woke." Yes. Very much farty parroting there. So we're gonna keep going here. Part of the issue here is how our industry feeds into this entitlement. Whether it's
10
PlayStation
drinks.
saying it's for the players, or it's Xbox head Phil Spencer saying stuff like games and gamers together now have the sheer magnitude to be a significant unifying force in the world, whatever that means. Our industry goes out of its way to say the customer is always right. Metal Gear
13
Solid
drinks.
4. Fuck Doku. Come on, you're trying to kill us.
Yep.
Metal Gear Solid 4, the worst game in the series, was a game for the fans. People hated Metal Gear Solid
double.
2. Shut up, Doku. Just let me get through this paragraph. People hated Metal Gear Solid 2 at launch because it forced you to play as floppy-haired newcomer Raiden instead of Solid Snake. Metal Gear Solid 4 put players back in Snake sneaking boots, but the game was basically an extended bit of fan service. I bet you this asshole fucking loved Avengers
He's never
Endgame,
played it.
right? I bet you he loved Avengers Endgame and talked about, oh man, this is the best fan service in the world. Fuck you.
All right, I'm
Except
exercising.
Infinity War was better.
I'm exercising executive decision here. Worst in the series, game for the fans, extended fan service. That's a double drink for all 3 of those. That brings us up to a grand tally of 19 drinks for this fucking garbage article.
How dare you math us?
Goatman says PC Master Race for life, LYFE.
Oh my god, it keeps going.
It does. It does. This guy is just a ball of fucking hatred. Elsewhere in the bad place, some gamers actually petitioned Obama to get Devil May Cry pulled from shelves because they wanted
20.
a traditional Capcom sequel and not the Ninja Theory reimagining Dear Mr. Obama. As a consumer of the video game industry, there is only one video game that has caused a lot of controversy over the past few months. The petition said, grammatical errors and all. You should be one
23.
to fucking talk about grammatical errors, you dumb prick.
I'm
23
reading
drinks.
this, and I'm noticing a lot of paragraphs that need to be broken up. So yeah,
Yeah.
Mm.
The name of the game is Devil May Cry, made by Ninja Theory and Capcom. Or DMC, Devil May Cry. A majority of gamers are aggravated that this game has changed so much from its past predecessors, and the game actually insults the consumers in-game. We as consumers, oh my god, that's almost as bad as this article. We as consumers did not want nor need this reboot, and we believe it violates our rights to have a choice between the originals or the reboot. God. This game is violating our rights as a This game is violating our rights as a consumer. We believe it should be pulled off shelves from game stores due to its insulting nature and the fact that it violates our rights. Please, Mr. Obama, look into your heart and make the decision that will please us gamers. Then
I don't like game, thereby do not let people buy game.
Oh, God, man. God fucking damn.
oh, before you even start the next paragraph, I'm going to simply point out one thing that some people may not know. The asshole that was helping get Mass Effect Andromeda made was a blatant and outspoken racist. So everything that happened with Mass Effect Andromeda, they got what was coming to them because they pulled the crap they pulled. They allowed this guy to talk, and it affected their sales. and why they had to do all the updates. So that's all I'm gonna say about it.
Yeah. Let's see. Manta Ray, welcome to the chat. How's it going, man? He says, "Hey, fun boys. I'm drunk. What's good? Jew-Wave Alpha and Jew-Wave Beta." Okay. Interesting.
You're gonna get more drunk.
Yeah, go ahead. Doku, that's, what, another 5 drinks for the Jew-Wave?
Yeah.
Ew. All right, we'll just call it an even 25 and move forward from here.
All right.
Wait, what I do?
Everyone got your drinks in?
Mhm.
Do I need to keep waving?
Yes. Keep waving.
Yes.
Then there's Mass Effect Andromeda, a game taken down by GIFs. Development focus was on creating worlds and learning how to use an entirely new engine that isn't well suited to RPG development. As such, the facial animations suffered and people took the piss in GIFs. Back in the day, it was given that RPGs didn't look as nice as other games because of the scope. Nowadays, everything looks nice because developers want their games to look good in screens rather than communicate what makes the game special. BioWare's next game, Anthem, looked incredible at the expense of everything else. It appeared to be a direct reaction to that negative feedback, those viral GIFs or goofy character expressions. First off, Anthem was shit because BioWare wanted it to be shit. Then you had people like Anita Skankezian wandering the halls of BioWare going, "Ooh, you should do this to your game."
Is that a direct quote?
Is that a direct quote? No, but it should be.
I don't know, but someone's going to need to explain to me the evidence that he's posted, in pictures.
He's being
The
disingenuous.
old and new. Yeah, like, okay, I don't understand what point he's trying to prove by that. He's picked the scenes from the 2 least realistic looking games normally, and that were never supposed to be like super skin realistic and all this kind of fucking uncanny valley shit, and then goes, "Oh, they don't look good enough." And then he posts like 2 pictures from the same fucking scene, pretty much, and it's like all the difference is that the one on the right looks like the women are on the rags. They look a little bloated. That's it. Like I don't know what's his point with that.
I don't know.
If he says the new one looks shit, well, the old one looks shit too. What's his problem?
Manta Ray says, hamburger faces. I think Armenians are hot. Well, then go ahead and hit up Anna Kasparian.
Yeah, Armenians are hot when the
please
Turks are
don't.
burning them.
No, I
God.
believe he was talking about physical characteristics. So on this website, VG247. Oh, video games 24/7. I get it. So we don't like this article, or many of the folks here do not like it.
It's
I already counted for you guys because I'm done with the article. It's a solid 47 drinks. Let me please read the last 3 paragraphs of this article when you actually get to it.
How about you just?
Oh,
How
God.
about you just take over from the next paragraph?
Yeah,
So-
you want to
so
teach
let
the
me-
class? Here you go.
So let me answer Sparty's question here. The 1.0, the 1.05 upgrade is the fact that the faces were, while they do not look any more impressive, admittedly, the fact that they were fully more fleshed out and they were actually supposed to have depth and substance to them, which is what they were supposed to have in the first place. But that's the answer to your question, Party. It's still lackluster. But that's how it was designed to be originally upon release. And again, what happened upon release was everything that I said prior to the beginning portion of the. Sorry, I'm getting a little buzzed here. The portion of the paragraph where I basically said the head lead programmer and creator and designer was so much of a blatant anti-white racist piece of shit on Twitter. They didn't have time to pay attention to stuff because they thought because Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, for all the hits and misses did so well, they could just basically
Chuck any old shit out there.
Right, and it backfired. But that's the point about the graphics upgrade. It's a similar thing that happened with Grand Theft Auto when it came to PS4.
We're
looked
spending too
one
much
way.
time on the wrong thing again, guys.
I'm finishing. So that's his point of the paragraph.
So basically, it was like you spend all the money to buy an Aston Martin, and you get a Ford Focus instead. And then when you say, "Hang on, I didn't get my money's worth," they give you a box of matches and say, "See you later."
Right. That's what he's referring to in his
Okay.
portion of the article.
Okay, rightio.
All right, well, this is about to get really interesting because holy shit, you just debunked your own fucking argument. But let's continue with this. Look at any online game community, and there's always someone complaining about how their character isn't strong enough, or how the character who can counter their hero is too strong.
I gotta pause. I gotta mute you for a second here. Can we cite Sekiro?
Hey,
Did you not hear about that, Farty?
no.
Some cunt journalist was like, Sekiro's too hard. I'm gonna play it with cheats on.
Oh, I recall that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would,
Okay.
that would apply
that
to
was a
this.
thing.
And it was a fucking journalist.
Yeah. They're not exactly known for being game players.
Yeah. Don't tell them that.
All right, Doku, go ahead.
Okay, moving on. There will be dozens of posts about how their favorite weapon doesn't do enough damage, or how another weapon is OP. There will always be another player somewhere trying out the exact opposite.
From the fucking
These
real
people
life
aren't-
party.
Yeah, I know, right? These people aren't professional game developers, and they just want to make their very narrow experience of a game better for them, not for everyone else. Fucking drink!
Oh,
It's not inclusive
Another one.
enough if you're doing it for you.
Game balancing for an online shooter is far more complex than toggling things for the sake of it. Look at how Fortnite, drink, constantly pipes in new weapons and zaps them off because they're too disruptive. You can't just tweak and see what happens, especially if your game is seriously played at a competitive level. How
Hang
can
on.
you filter anything usable that your
no.
actual experts haven't already considered from all
the-
this noise? Go
But
ahead,
this
Brian.
idiot doesn't fucking realise fucking in-game economics and all this kind of stuff. I mean, fucking World of Tanks and World of Warships does this all the time. They release a very OP thing, so tons of fuckers will buy it right up the front, and then when they start figuring out exactly how God mode this thing is, then they remove it, say, oh, it's too OP, and then they'll nerf it or something like that. But it's just there, so you buy the in-game fucking thing. And
Or-
But dude,
then they
fucking
get-
World of Warcraft has been doing that shit for 2 decades.
yeah.
Or
Yeah, and then they
know
just get
how-
rid of it because
or
then they just get rid of it because they just made their game way too easy and everyone figures it out.
Right, or they know how OP it's going to be. They release it for a limited time just to drive the fan or the player base. I don't know if
Yeah.
you'd say fan base, but to drive the player base wild, so that they'll pump money into it, and then you can go, well, this was just a limited time thing.
Yeah,
Dude, that's pretty much how every single fucking mobile game makes its money.
Yeah.
Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
and this spastic doesn't fucking understand that simple little premise.
Nope,
I
it's
think
all,
he should
it's
be
all the
shot
toxic-
for. I think he should be shot for abusing the Henry Ford quote.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get to that. But no, we're just gonna blame the toxic entitled fandom.
Yeah,
But
it's
let's
just the
continue.
fans that are to blame. Fuck this guy already.
Let's continue with this bullshit so we can get done with it and just rant.
Ugh.
My point is, you could never please everybody. There will always be pushback on anything you do, and people only generally say something on the internet if they're pissed off. Check out our comment section for an example. Yeah,
Check
we
out
keep
this
writing-
article for an example. Oh,
You keep writing articles like this, yeah. You did it to yourself, you fucking prick. Anyways, we got 3 paragraphs left. Let's plow through this garbage.
let's plow.
There's
like
a quote
on
that's-
prom night.
Goddamn right. There's a quote that's often attributed to Henry Ford around the dawn of commercial motor vehicles. If I had asked people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses. People are generally afraid of change. New ideas always get a bit of pushback. It makes me worry whether this environment of fan feedback development is holding back AAA game development from reaching its true potential.
Drink.
Fucking drink.
I'm gonna say 4 drinks on that one.
Yeah, I agree. 4 drinks. And it's about to be at least 10 more.
I have a problem with
I
this. I have a problem with this paragraph because he's trying to attribute the quote and talk about things being afraid of change, which that's obvious. But AAA game development is not being held back from its true potential by the fans. It's the fact that AAA game developers feel so entitled. They're the ones that feel exactly so entitled they can do whatever the fuck they want, regardless of what would expect from them. So that's the problem with this particular paragraph.
And
then when they
Memes.
produce garbage, they blame the fan.
Go ahead, memes.
Oh no, I was just saying that isn't that the complaint in the article?
That is the exact complaint in the article. This guy is about as two-faced as a fucking double-sided lunchbox.
More two-faced
And
than
it is-
two-faced.
And these last two paragraphs are about to prove that in his own word. All right. I was one of the first people to laugh at Microsoft's vision of the original Xbox One. Digital only? Online only? The cloud? What on earth are they talking about? Yet now, in 2019, almost all of my games are digital. I'm always connected to the internet. Sure, the Kinect was a bust, but the rest was genuinely
Genuinely forward thinking.
Thank you. The rise of crowd-funded games has only made this community-driven development more important. Weren't you just
Whatever.
complaining about Toxic Phantom?
I know,
What
right?
stretch goals do you want? How should we shape our game to suit you, the gamers? Consumer. I think it's time our industry moved away from this mindset and started thinking about how we're going to replace our horses. Or what we're going to replace our horses.
Well, they're gonna have to fucking think of something fucking quick because all of this bloody smashing in the fucking glass ceiling and then not doing proper business practices like customer wants something, give customer something, receive money, get successful, do this over and over again. This is the mentality that, like, that does come out of the feminist movement and all this kind of stuff, is to take whatever and fuck it up so it fucks it up for everybody else, and then have a bitch that no one wants to spend any money on the subject. All right, so you got, like with Star Wars, right? The fans want a good Star Wars movie. Disney goes, here's some shit. If you don't like it, stiff shit. Well, why don't you give us money? No, you're supposed to give us money. We gave you something. You've got to give us money. No. You didn't give us what we want. And we're the ones who are paying you. So, yes, you have to keep us happy.
I mean, this... Go ahead, guys.
I was just gonna read a couple chats.
Memes, go
here.
ahead.
Quick chat from Manta Ray. He says he's gonna be dead before Peach stream starts tonight. Yeah, it's gonna be rough getting through Peach stream after this, ain't it, Manta Ray?
It's Osiris, man, the Egyptian gods,
Is
and
he
that's
doing
somebody that you.
Is he doing Osiris? I don't remember. I didn't stick around long enough to last night to figure out what they were gonna do.
I only got half too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Harvest. But just forget. Harvester? Hey, son. How you going?
Now, the thing I want to address the second to last paragraph. He tries again to compare the coming of the horseless carriage in regards to actual carriage. He fails to address the fact that one of the biggest reasons that people are adamant about going completely digital, and if his games are 99% digital on his Xbox, fucking sucks to be him, because when that breaks, you have to rebuy all the shit, and you won't keep everything you have.
Or when
That's why we prefer to have everything on disk, because you get the initial hardware on that disk, so that when or if you are hacked, the server goes down, or the server is lost or scrapped on their end, or your machine just basically has a meltdown, you have the bare bones basics to get everything back. That's the biggest problem that I don't think he's addressing, of like, oh, digital only, online only, the cloud. Those things are not trustworthy. There are Gen Xers who still play, and we don't like everything digital because we're used to touching stuff. We prefer to have the bragging rights of saying, I've got the special edition right here.
Well, Dade, even the Gen Zers want physical shit they can hold on to. I wouldn't be surprised if Blockbuster like decided, well, we're gonna start opening stores again, and the Gen Zers go to the fucking stores because they want that human interaction, you know.
And that's the flip side of it. One of the things that I talk to the local GameStop people is about is they people come in and they buy the games, and we talk about how things are going from optical disc down to like the little switch, SD chips, which I think is a good idea. It's still physical, it's still there, and you get everything. But they want that interaction. They want to talk to other people who actually play the game. And if you go in and you haven't played the game, you say, "Hey, I haven't played this. Anybody got any clue?" And they tell you they want that social interaction, which this dipshit and social media on a whole is taking away from people and humanity on a whole. It is basically his millennials are basically the first generation to be addicted to chaos in the form of social media, and they don't know how to let it go. So they think that their opinions don't and their shit don't stink, and that they think everything that is non-physical, everything digital in the cloud, only computers is great, until, again, to reiterate my point, they've lost everything and they have to repay for everything, and then they bitch about it. And then the rest of us are like, well, I got my shit on disc. I don't know what your problem is.
Oh,
Right.
and no, there's something else I want to point out about this article, and this is a crystal clear looking glass, and just how absurd this mindset is. And it's not just the video game industry. We're talking comics, movies, any form of entertainment. This person has the fucking gall to write this article, claiming, "Oh, why are the game developers bending the knee to the gamers? You're giving gamers what they want? How dare you? What are you on about? We're the ones that are buying your freaking product. Are you serious? This is absurd. This is an absurd claim."
Oh,
Well, I
I've
think
got
there's
an
also-
even more absurd claim for you. But go ahead, Farty.
Yeah, there also is the aspect too. I mean, like, yeah, with the tangible copies and all this kind of stuff. How many online games so far have gone into not being supported anymore that people still wanted to play? There is a fair few of them.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, and that's the mentality of all the older people. It's like, well, if I still had the disc and you don't support it anymore, and I can play offline, I can still enjoy this game years and years and years down the track. But now you're just going to make it digital online. You're holding us to ransom to your whims, and if you go bust all of a sudden, then whatever we've invested into this is now gone. Nah, fuck you. We still prefer to have the disc and be able to play the game after the developer's gone bust. All the old fuckers know this because we've been in the 80s fucking game crash and all this kind of shit where fucking Atari went bankrupt, and yeah, I bought an Aquarius computer, and literally 2 weeks after we bought it, they went bankrupt, and he got 5 games for it because that's all we could get before they stopped selling shit. No, we've been through that trap. We've been through that trap before. We don't want to do it again.
Yeah, Candid Lynn's in the chat. Name any Sims 3 game.
Well, and also just to touch on what Farty was saying, and this is what irritates me about assholes like this. So you're going to produce a game, but you're not going to produce it for the gamers. You're going to produce it because of assholes like this, or what some hashtag on Twitter is going with. And then when your project goes bust or you don't make enough money, you sit there and turn around and blame the people who actually supported your fucking project in the first place and told you it was shit. And then also say, "Oh, you shouldn't bend the knee to those people." We're the one buying the fucking product, you asshole. Like, what are you on about?
The fucking burger. Make it right, bitch. That's all it is. It's the McDonald's burger.
The mantra, I believe, is "have it your way."
Yeah, it's the McDonald's burger. Not what the fuck word do I want to use?
Saving. Over X number of billions served. There you go.
No. It's what the fuck is that word? The McDonald's metaphor. The McDonald's metaphor.
It's what you want is what you get.
No,
at McDonald's.
metaphor. The word I was looking for was metaphor. It's the McDonald's metaphor. You're comparing it to something else.
Those are good too.
Entirely different.
Yeah, except for Burger King was the one who has it your way, and McDonald's is bum. I'm bumming it. I mean, loving it.
I stand correct.
Candid Lynn in the chat says, still salty about that. They quit updating it So I paid for something I can't play on my own computer. EA can get bent. No, that's exactly right. Whenever you pay for digital goods, you have to recognize the risk is you do not own that copy. You are only borrowing that copy. It's basically like the fucking renters model. You're renting that copy.
Well, it's not even that.
Exactly my point.
It's actually even worse. It's fucking what's that? It's Rapture Pet Insurance.
Oh Christ, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. You pay me. Because I'm a heathen cunt. You pay me. I'm not going to the Rapture, but your pets won't either. So who's going to look after your pets when you're gone? You pay me. So when the Rapture comes, knowing it won't, you'll go and I'll look after your pet. Don't worry.
Yeah. So we got two
You're
paragraphs.
paying it for nothing.
Yeah. So we got two paragraphs. Let's get through these last two paragraphs. And then I was going to point out something on Twitter quick. Because, yes, Doku, there is something more absurd.
Oh, God.
If it's not what I'm thinking of, I found something even worse.
Oh, then you can link it to me, Farty, and we can talk about that as well. So I'll finish up these last two paragraphs. I was one of the first people to laugh at Microsoft's vision for the original Xbox One. Digital only, online only, the cloud. What on earth could they be talking about? Yet now in 2019,
Are you drunk because we already read those?
I am. I'm going back a little bit. Just bear with me. I'm always connected to the internet. Sure, the Kinect was a bust, but the rest was genuinely forward thinking. The rise of crowd-funded games has only made this community-driven development more prominent. What stretch goals do you want? How should we shape our game to suit you, the gamers? I think it's time our industry moved away from this mindset and started thinking about what we're going to replace our horses with. Wow, I'm not even going to acknowledge that last bit of idiocy. I'm not even going to acknowledge it. Because we already know, and we've railed on it for the last 45 minutes, on how disingenuous this shit is. On how disingenuous people like this guy are. Who push back against changing something. Right?
You know, Shandor, let's call it what it is. The only thing that people like this want is they want AAA. They've even said it themselves, even if it wasn't a direct statement. They only want game developers to pander to them, not the people who actually buy their fucking product.
Right.
It's the same bullshit the Access Media does.
So, there's a quick thing on Twitter that I just ran across. And there was a segment on Tucker Carlson. I don't want to get this into like a Fox News type deal. Where he was talking about how the Democrats for the 2020 primaries are targeting guns. Targeting assault weapons specifically. And
oh boy, I know what you're about to say.
Cunt posted on Twitter, Tucker Carlson doesn't seem to understand that the AR in 15 or that the AR in AR-15 stands for assault rifle. And then he goes on to say, hang on, and then he goes on to say the 15 is because it was the 15th gun invented.
Fucking idiot!
Yeah.
It was a half size. It was a half increment fucking on the AR-10. Because it was a smaller caliber AR-10. That's the only reason for the 5.
But it's
fucking
not.
idiot.
It's not assault rifle. It's like
It's Armalite,
yeah.
right?
Armalite rifle.
It's Armalite. It's Armalite, and Armalite was later brought out.
There's even a font designed after that. That's how I even know.
Yeah.
Wait. So it's like Smith and Wesson. They just go like SW. Like an SW 500 is a 50 caliber Smith and Wesson.
Yeah.
S&W.
Yes, that's what it stands for. It's Armalite. It's Armalite Rifle 15, which was later bought by Colt and then contracted by the U.S. military to develop a military version of said platform.
So was I right in saying I had something even dumber?
Well, sort of, yeah. Like the Armalite actually was a subsidiary of Rockwell Aviation, and they were in the aerospace industry. And then they just sort of, maybe we should get into guns. And they met up with a bloke called Eugene Stoner, and he's like fucking machine gun god. That's the
reason the Armalite has a lot of plastics involved in it, because those same sort of materials are involved in avionics.
Yep, the aluminium bodies, the polymers, that's what they used to call it, the space age polymers.
Mm-hmm. That's
Look at where the
what it is.
space age went, though. My God, we just skipped the space age. It's like, we can't be bothered. Fuck it.
Oh, and that's the reason
We'll develop
Armalite was
new ways
actually
of getting people to get pissed at each other for no fucking
No,
reason.
no. Here's the thing. The sheer fact that the Cold War was a thing and people were fearing devastation. I mean, just the amount of... Dude, we got fucking MTV, and I'm pretty sure that's what defeated the Soviet Union. That's what my dad told me.
MTV.
Oh, it
did
kinda
it.
did.
Idiots.
real quick
kinda
without to
did.
derail the conversation too much. The reason that Armalite was actually able to win a contract producing the AR in a military version was not because it was the best firearm, but because they already had the infrastructure in place to produce a weapon on a mass production level because of their involvement in avionics and aerospace, that they were the ones that could do it the cheapest and most effectively.
Well, they had
Which
the
is why they
facilities and
won.
the equipment, yeah. No, well, that's the thing.
Well-
I mean, I personally prefer an MP5, but that's personal preference.
Well, that's actually the thing. They had the means to do that because Colt had fuck all else to do and a shit ton of machinery just sitting around. And Colt was actually the mob that ended up doing the full production run because Armalite they could do normal production for like say civilians and small companies and stuff like that. But once the government went, okay, yes, we'll start buying into this, they basically palmed it off to Colt. That's why most of your M16s and your A1s are all marked Colt government.
Yep. Although honestly, if I'm gonna pick a weapon, I'm going with the Sig 5.56. Granted, as a
Wow, you
civilian,
guys
I probably
really
won't be
just
able to
went
find
from
one.
video games to fucking guns, didn't you?
We did.
Yes, we did.
I mean, hey, if,
Yes, we
if the
did.
journalism industry wants to take that route, why can't we play dirty?
I mean, he just wrote an entire article
I was just simply
loosely
asking
about.
because you were getting on everybody's butt about staying on target. So are we
Well,
in the
maybe-
Greg's
maybe
complaint
the-
department now?
We came.
Well, we
we
just-
came to the end of the article.
Okay.
We came to the end of the discussion that we had already set up, and I'm like, well, this is it. This is what we're dealt with. We already levied our criticisms against that asshole. We already fucking drug him through the mud for this shit.
Yeah, we
I'm
just wrote.
pretty
we
sure
just
we
read
ripped
an
him a new
article.
one.
Yeah, we just read an article that was loosely veiled as a gaming article that was really just a secret attempt to fucking call out the white supremacy of the arm flailing too, man.
Lotus Wolf in the chat.
No.
Why the fuck is that Doku guy in here?
I'm always here, Lotus.
Lotus.
Lotus, why you hating? Why you hating, Lotus?
I like
Lotus.
Doug.
Lotus, I would like you to know that Doku is my sex slave. I don't personally have sex with him, but there are people willing to pay for his company.
I just cooked breakfast.
Not me.
Oh,
Don't make her release the emus on us. We'll be
Lotus
screwed.
says, "I hate everyone." Yay!
Oh, is that where I hate
Chat.
everyone went? How you going? Why aren't you on YouTube anymore?
I love you too, Lotus.
Kindred Spirit in the chat. I hate everyone as well.
Oh, I'm hurt. That sinks
Doku.
deep into my soul.
You knew what this was.
Oh, please! You don't have a soul. You know that. Shang Tsung took it when nobody was expecting.
Your soul is mine.
You're Shao Kahn?
Oh, Shang Tsung!
When I thought it
Get
was
the
supposed to be
fuck! You know
skeleton.
what? If you can't tell the difference, get out.
God damn it, memes.
Oh, is he the guy who goes, "You will die"?
So I think we've got memes at a point where all you need to do is just say a word, and he's just
Get
gonna.
out of here. He's hurting my feelings if I had any.
I'm sorry. All I know is that Game Pro issue, Shiva was hot.
Don't let Nurgle hear that. He'll fight you.
Yeah, anyway, I
He's
just
gonna
get the
go, he's gonna
impression
go
that
Tonka.
I just get the impression we've got memes at a position where we're just going to say words, and he's just going to say shit that's associated with it, regardless of whether it's relevant or not.
Vegemite.
Well, it's memes.
Have you met me?
Yeah, but you're not usually this bad.
Here's a word, Vegemite.
Yes,
you want a
Lotus.
better word? Vitamina Vegemin.
God damn it, memes.
You want an even
Yes,
better
yes,
one?
Lotus.
And need to,
Hold up. Yes.
need to that yourself.
Hold on. Yes, Lotus, you are a manly man.
Yeah, he's an even better word.
Please
I need to
save us.
Vagisil.
Oh, I thought she was a stuffed up Aussie. I stand corrected.
Who?
Lotus.
Okay, okay.
She's a manly
memes.
man.
Memes.
Huh.
You ready, memes?
What?
Mayonnaise and pubic hair sandwich.
Oh. Steak and
It's
cheese.
Rosie O'Donnell's breakfast for $500, Alex.
Are we doing word association, or am I just supposed to be grossed out? I'm not a big fan of either of those things, really, especially in my mouth. Well, except for tuna in the right dosage.
Manta Ray asked if we've looked up the Pepe rap, and says keto is a hardcore game. Keto is for idiots. If you're actively removing something that your body needs, and goes for any diet, unless you have like a very bad, like if you have diabetes or something, then you shouldn't be removing something from your fucking diet.
Well, Professor Peterson eats pretty much nothing but meat.
Yeah, and he's
This is why we drink.
and he's an idiot for not diversifying his diet, because there will come a time where his body is going to just go like, fuck, I don't have enough of this thing, I'm gonna shut down some other shit. And it's good that you lost 36 pounds, but it's not the right way to lose weight.
It's almost like we should figure out the whole human genome thingamajigger.
Goatman says diabetes.
Jiggers.
Diabetes. And Lotus is a big town monk. She's seen the light. Oh God. Oh, Tom. No, I'm not looking at it. No, don't do that. I know what kind of fuckery goes on Tumblr.
Fuck.
You fell for it, didn't you?
What the fuck did I
Yes,
just...
he did.
What the fuck did I just watch?
You
I don't know. Who posted what
describe
way?
it.
This is why I don't drink, because they get rowdy.
Manta Ray, just what the fuck did I just watch, man?
No. I'm curious, but no. Just all
Manta
sorts
Ray
of fuck
asks,
no.
have you guys ever looked up Pepe rap?
Is that SpongeBob thing?
No.
I just tried to, and it wouldn't come up on YouTube. So where is it?
Hang
Pepe
on.
wrap.
No.
For a sandwich wrap.
I don't want to know.
Hey, rap.
Stop. Y'all need to fucking stop.
What the fuck are you guys looking at?
I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
There's like so
The
many fucking videos.
Where?
Just go
Check
on
the chat.
fucking Discord and look up Pepe, or not Discord. Go on DuckDuckGo and look up Pepe rap. And there's a video of Dexter and some fucking Dexter from Dexter's Lab, not the show Dexter, getting like a burrito shoved down his throat by some fucking mouth
Pepe
raper.
wrap as in a sandwich. A wrap as in a sandwich.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like he's basically getting throat raped.
AWRAP, yeah. Because if you say pepper, actual rap, as in there's a Pepe song that's a rap song. But I don't know what the fuck these idiots are talking about.
Yeah.
Is it?
A Pepe wrap, also pronounced poppy wrap, is a large pure meat burrito made by Kuzi. It's from Dexter's Lab. There's this.
Is it the one by LASIK Beats?
No, it's a Dexter's Lab clip.
Dexter?
Dexter.
Man-
Dexter. Dexter's Lab.
Put the link in the main.
I don't know. I'm not looking it up.
Dexter's
Yeah.
Christmas
Watch
rap?
this shit. This is fucking stupid.
It is. It's dumb. I'm like, what the fuck?
But it's fucking
More of a
retarded
reason
as
for me to
the
not look
Prince
it up.
Adam going, hey, what's going on for fucking 10 minutes?
Trolley Oleol.
Yeah, well, that's actually funny, but different. Whoever thought, you know what? Whoever thought of this Pepe rap, if you don't have a booting your ass for this shit, you've basically committed a crime against all humanity with this shit. Shame on you.
And Lotus in the chat. No, I am not too young. I remember Dexter's Lab, Hey Arnold, Curse the Cowardly Dog, Cat Dog, Two Angry
Shit from the
Beavers, all that
90s.
shit.
Wow.
Ren and
Not too
Stimpy is
young.
still my
Yeah.
favorite.
I'm fucking 36 years old. I'm
I don't
fucking-
get it. What was wrong with that?
Old man.
I know. It's just stupid, is all. It's just stupid. It's out of
Who-
context and it's stupid.
Who here is over 45?
Farty is.
See, Farty and I are the old timers, so you whippersnappers shut up.
Fucking whippersnapper.
Doku is the youngest person on our panel.
That's
Yeah,
it.
you fucking
goddamn whippersnapper!
I think memes,
I used to play with a hoop and a
I think
stick.
you're like only a couple years older than Doku.
What I do?
I think you're only a couple years older than Doku.
Oh,
Chronologically, yeah.
I can run, hey, I can run for president.
So can I.
But I don't want you to, and I don't want you to neither.
High school
Oh.
president?
Oh, you guys want me to run for president, and I know you do. Frank
I-
Shannon
Oh,
for president.
I want you to run for president of Sony, so we don't actually have shit that doesn't suck ass.
Oh, I
I'm
used to be
running-
a
I'm running for
senator from
president.
the College of Management.
I'm gonna run for president. Everybody gets a free shotgun and a rocking chair.
Okay, so quick question. Have we spoken about the 400,000 idiots that are supposedly going to Area 51 yet?
Yeah,
400,000 now?
we talked about that the other day, man, or yesterday.
Ah,
yesterday. You missed it.
Ah, well,
Farty.
never mind. No, I was here for it.
I was the one that said I said, what, you don't want to see 250,000 idiots get shot at while doing the Naruto run?
Yeah, I
I
just
do.
couldn't remember who we spoke to about it.
Oh, I've got beer and
I
popcorn
wanna
ready for
see
that
that.
shit. This is fucking Darwinism
I
at
want to
its
see that.
finest.
That's like 3 days before my birthday. I want to see that shit. That's a birthday present for me. Fuck yeah.
Well,
Oh, here's
apparently
the sad
people are
part.
taking it a bit more seriously, though.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
here's the sad part. You know, yes, it was obviously set up as a fucking joke, as a Facebook
Of
event.
course.
But you know, there's at least a quarter of those people who fucking
Oh,
said
yes,
they would
they're that
attend that are
retarded.
actually, yeah, they're
Yeah.
serious about it. They're not even joking.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
You're
the
not, you're
actual
not
problem.
fucking retarded.
Yeah, that's the actual problem. Sure, we might be, light a few of those fuckwits after this, but yeah, no, still,
They
that's
are
not
they
nice.
are memes of destruction. Potato short bus tarded.
The
Are
Sunshine
you saying
Variety
they're
Bus.
meme-tarded?
Hey,
Right.
where's the punching bag for tonight?
Hey, why is it everybody on the Sunshine Variety Bus always looks the same? Where's the variety?
Manta Ray says I'm young man. I'm still learning and earning.
That sounds like your pimp made you say that.
It does.
The rule of 72. You're
The
welcome.
silence says it all.
What? No one let memes speak again.
What? No,
God
Doku
damn it,
knows what
memes.
I'm talking about.
He's meme
I don't know what
tarded.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Let's see. Manta Ray says I'm half retarded.
Rule
like
of
being a half
72,
elf.
really.
Oh man, yeah, Manta Ray, you are definitely fucking cooked, man.
Oh,
So he's only a mim, not a mimble.
this is why we can't have nice things. Everybody that comes on the stream ends up getting too drunk.
This is
We
why
only
we
read
don't
one
let,
article.
don't let memes on these streams because he talks about stupid shit like the rule of 72, which is a method used in finance. Nobody gives a shit.
Mm-hmm.
What is wrong with
I don't know
you?
what you're talking about.
but it's 42, guys. It's all 42.
Oh, Manta Ray, I thought your next comment was going to be on my own grandpa as well.
That's a good
Are
song.
you
Okay.
making a Futurama reference?
So we got 15 minutes before we head on out of here, guys. Pete's show is going live, and I would like to catch it. At least a little bit of it.
No, Candid, we don't always let memes talk because memes says weird shit.
Are you stifling my free speech?
Yes, I am.
Ooh,
What state are
ouch.
you in again?
The Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
You
Yeah,
mean
see,
the
you don't have free
Commonwealth of
speech. Yeah.
Massachusetts?
Yeah, see, you don't get free speech if you consider it the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. You have no free speech, buddy.
No.
Here in the
okay,
state of
Memes-
Iowa, we have free speech. You don't
Memes,
have it.
You live in the Commonwealth of Taxachusetts.
We may be Massachusetts, but we passed universal health care. We made hard choices. We cut budgets. We had $1 billion surplus. We did it right, and we have a high propensity of electing Republican governors.
Candid Lynn says, always let memes talk. Manta Ray says, I'm not wearing pants right now. That makes 2 of us, Manta Ray.
Make it 3.
Oh God.
You can dance if you want to. You can leave your pants behind.
God damn it, memes.
You know what?
What
You
if
get
your
10
friend
minutes
don't
in the
dance?
you get 10 minutes in the penalty box for butchering that extremely classic and cheesy song. Fuck you. Get in the penalty box.
You don't
We
like
can leave our
hats?
pants behind.
I love men with hats, but I don't like men without pants. That's gay.
Are you a little uncomfortable, Dad?
Hey, say that to a big burly Scotsman, mate, and see how far you get.
But I'm not gonna.
So guys, I'm just gonna spitball this real quick.
He said spit.
I spit, yeah. So
He swallows.
Who's,
So
It
it's
sounded like a dribble.
who's down for a drunken karaoke night one of these days?
Yeah,
I am.
well,
I'm psychotic enough.
Alrighty.
Let's do it.
Do it.
means you're
I
not
hate all of
invited.
Once
fucking-
upon a time, Memes was falling in love. Now he's just having a fart.
You're all monsters. Every last one of them.
Doku, don't act like you don't want to play, sing some Enter Sandman.
You know you want to do, and to be fair, I am a half Jewish dragonkin.
Only half Jewish?
God damn
He
it.
doesn't look. That's funny. He doesn't look Jewish.
I'm not sure if I'm Jewish, but I assume that was you tripping over your mouth like I often do. But no. Well, to be fair, it's on the wrong side.
Wait,
forget.
I thought Jews tripped over their nose. Is that not a thing?
Well, you follow your nose.
Oh, okay. For the money?
no, they use it as a kickstand.
Oh.
That's how Jews sleep. They just lean forward slightly until the tip of their nose touches the ground. They just lean.
America,
That would be.
America, fuck yeah!
Fuck
Wait,
yeah.
we're not doing that tonight. No, I'm sorry.
It's the motherfucking day, yeah, America. Fuck yeah.
That's-
You can lick my butt and suck on my balls.
So we'll set up
Yeah.
a karaoke night. It'll have to be a DLive exclusive because YouTube says fuck people.
Mhm.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, YouTube would fuck us if we tried to do that.
So we're gonna do a DLive exclusive, even though we stream to DLive all the time. It's going to be exclusive to DLive, and then I'll download it and back it up, and then upload it to BitChute. Meme says that he's a masshole.
This is accurate through and through.
Goatman says, don't forget the Jew gold around their necks. Memes,
No, it's a bracelet.
do you have Jew gold around your neck? Are you?
I bought it. It was purchased in international waters.
Are you a Hasidic leprechaun? Is that what it is?
I may be a ginger that is slightly worried about being erased, even though I was born as a blonde-haired, blue-eyed child, which a nice old Yugoslavian woman was holding, and then told my parents that, yes, children like this often disappear. My mom then promptly grabbed me.
Oh, that's great.
I don't have words for you, memes.
Memes is you've got a new fan in the chat. Manta Ray says you want to hang? I'm super lonely.
Oh, well, I'm not sure how I should take that on the internet without any type of voice inflections or anything like that, but you're free to subscribe to my channel, #shilling.
Go check out.
Well, that's a blow off if you've ever heard one.
I didn't say no.
That's not a no.
So basically is, what do you look like?
That equates to midday meet at McDonald's, where there are cameras on every corner along the way.
No, it has to be an Arby's. Come on. McDonald's.
Can we go to Golden Corral?
Oh.
Who the hell has one of those?
Florida.
We actually have a few out here in Wisconsin. There are
We
three that
used to
I
have
know of
some
that
in
are
Iowa.
close
We
to
don't
me.
have them anymore.
What's that?
Some in Iowa. We don't have them anymore. They went the way of Bonanza.
Yeah, you know why? Because the fucking food safety violations.
It never surprises me.
Hey, you buffet? You eat a buffet? Oh.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Kimasabi.
Yeah.
Oh, Kimasabi.
I'm gonna shut up now. So we still haven't figured out what we're gonna do for tomorrow night's drinking game. Do we want to set that up now so people can
Let's set it up now, and I'll go grab another 2 beers. I got a feeling I'm gonna fucking eat them.
people can come by tomorrow with buttholes quivering in anticipation?
Didn't I hear something about doing some white knighting, perhaps, for a particular random individual by the ending of 42?
Oh yeah. There is something about that to talk about. I don't know if that's gonna take up an entire stream.
You were
Fuck it,
looking to start drama.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Okay, I want everyone right now to go to RottenTomatoes.com and look
Lion King.
look at
Lion King.
no, look at one of the very first things that pops up on their little scrolly thing.
Tomatoes.com. Okay.
On which one?
There's this little scrolly thing, and then part of it is like the third dot in. It says 200 essential movies to watch now. We've added Into the Spider-Verse, Crazy Rich Asians, Lady Bird, and more to 200 essential movies. You have to watch them or you'll die later.
Those are 200 essential movies to not watch. Thanks for making me make sure I don't watch those ever.
All right, so movies opening this weekend. We have Stuber at 46% critic score. We have Crawl at 89% critic score. The Farewell at 100% critic score. The Art of Self-Defense at 91% critic score. And at 94%, Ray and Liz.
Oh, so we're finally getting the Star Wars Lizzo story. Who's Liz?
So
Nice.
for reference, Ray and Liz has an audience score of 83. The Art of Self-Defense has an audience score of 88 with 8 verified ratings. Ooh. 8 verified ratings. Let's go rush out to see that one, guys. 100% for The Farewell audience score with 6 ratings. Crawl 397 ratings at 78%. I'm starting to see a pattern here, ladies and gentlemen.
Ass.
351 ratings at 82% for Stuber for the audience score.
Fuck, I'll leave it up to you.
I'm
Take your
looking at this top box office shit, and it says that Spider-Man Far From Home is at 90%, while Avengers Endgame is at 94%. Yet Spider-Man Far From Home has 92.7 million in tickets, as opposed to fuck off. Endgame is the shit, and y'all know it is. You're all just bitches.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Far From Home, by the way, sucks ass.
Is that your professional opinion?
Oh, that is a professional opinion, simply for the fact that when Tony Stark died,
Go.
the MCU died. End of story.
Yep.
Go see Godzilla. That shit needs more money. If it's still in theaters by you, go see it. It's still in theaters by me. I'm planning another trip.
I need to see it in 3D.
Oh God,
I-
yes.
I still say Shazam was fucking good.
Was.
I'm not watching any comic book movies. I'm over them. I'm done. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them.
Ah.
Fuck them.
No, I really reckon you'd like the way this one's done. I reckon you would.
So
There's
let's-
not a single movie I've seen coming out
Let's leave
that...
this up to the chat. I'm gonna give chat two choices here. Only because it seems like those are the two movies that are gonna make the most money. We have Crawl and we have Stuber. I think are the contenders here.
Well, 1 for Crawl, 2 for Stuber.
Let's leave it up to the
Take-
chat.
Take your fucking pick.
Manta Ray says, I like Shrek Hulk.
Now, who was it that we don't tell that She-Hulk is sexy to, or are we talking about fucking? Don't tell Nurgle that Shiva's sexy. My bad. She-Hulk.
What's wrong with
I'm
either of those
really
characters?
I'm fucking plastered right now, man. What the
Manta
fuck do you
Ray
want?
says Fortress? What the fuck's Fortress? What are you talking about?
May Fortnite autocorrect.
Oh, that's Fortress. You fucking James fucking Highlander loving.
Okay.
What's the movie about the prison?
Is it?
Yeah, I'm with Lotus on this one. I haven't heard of either of them, so fuck it. Heads or tails? Which one's for Crawl? Which one's for Stuber? Take a pick.
Heads.
For Crawl or Stuber?
I was gonna say Krull is heads.
All right. Crawl it is.
Alright, I guess we're doing dumb movie where Storm comes into Florida and has alligators swimming around killing everyone.
Yep, Crawl it is.
So
that's gonna be what we're gonna drink ourselves into a fucking mindless stupor over.
it'll be a
tomorrow
B
night.
monster movie weekend, ladies and gentlemen. That sounds good to me. B
Can-
monster movies are always good.
Well, can we do Sharknado?
That's Beams. That has been. God damn it, Memes.
Memes.
God damn it, Memes.
Why do people let you off your leash, me?
That-
His
that
carer
was-
needs some sleep sometime.
Oh, fuck me.
I
Alright,
am
guys.
a product of the internet. It's all our faults.
It is all of our faults. Alright, guys, we're going to head the hell on out of here. I am personally going to go watch Pete's live stream in a minute here. He's going live in like 2 minutes. Head on over to Creepy Little Book if you want to hear some shit about Osiris. And,
just real quick before we jump out of here, because I told Mecha Random that I would say this. Captain Marvel was a mediocre movie, and Brie Larson's fans are fucking
that's
maniac.
what we were gonna talk about. Oh, I fucking forgot about it completely. Brie
Oh, you actually
Larson's
speak to it, did
fans.
you?
All right,
Did you actually speak to Mika?
stretch it out 10 more minutes.
Yeah, we'll go.
It's
another
only
10
10.
minutes.
Yeah, did you actually speak to Mika, did you?
Yeah, she was on the stream with Pete last night.
Hey, can you ask, next time you speak to her, ask her if she
Hey,
got
I
the,
told
the
her.
Captain
I told her
Flash
we
thing from
would.
me.
I'm a man of my word.
Yeah,
I'll
next time you
I'll
speak to her,
Harvey.
ask. Yeah,
I'll ask.
Yeah.
But yeah, fucking Captain Marvel, Brie Larson fans are fucking psychotic lunatics. You're all fucking. If you're within the sound of my voice and you are a Brie Larson stan, you are a fucking lunatic, and you need to swallow some Tylenol PM. Just take the whole bottle.
I
Don't
don't.
stop.
They need to swallow a fucking bottle of Midol because they don't. They're so fucking on the rag about that movie. They don't want to admit it's a mediocre movie because whether you like Brie Larson or not, it's the fact that it wasn't the best that it could have been. It could have had a lot more substance to it, and it's just. And that says a lot for a Marvel movie. Being fucking average is like a death sentence.
Exile Opinions does not condone the overdosing on pills or anything like that.
The
Please,
fuck we
What
don't.
would you do?
The
That's why
fuck
you're-
we don't. Who's worse, Captain Marvel or Supergirl? Oh, that's a tough
Ooh,
Captain
call.
Marvel.
Are we
God.
including fans of the Supergirl movie that was released in the 80s?
Ugh.
No, they're talking about the
Oh.
CW.
No,
You're
I
talking
know.
about season-
Are we including that though? Are we including those fans as well?
I mean,
You know
really
what? Fucking in light of recent events, no.
Wow.
Captain Marvel. My Captain Marvel
Alright.
fans are the worst.
Lotus Wolf, you're allowed to like what you want, but they're far from great.
No, you really can't include Supergirl with Helen Slater because
You don't think so?
that came at a time when they were actually trying to do something, and it enormously backfired through no fault of their own. So you really can't.
Okay, so we're not
okay to like
including that.
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay to like that movie.
Candid, it's a toss-up. It's
okay.
Okay, you know what?
So-
I'll say this real quick. Sorry to cut you off, man. Captain Marvel was better than Iron Man 3, but worse than Thor: The Dark World.
Oh, get out.
So I'm okay. All right? Candy in the chat raises Captain Marvel or Supergirl. I'm gonna lay out what I thought was an excellent movie.
Including
Sheena.
fans. You have to include the fan base.
Oh, Sheena.
Lotus says whoever did not,
I
does
actually
not
have
like
that
these movies
DVD.
are homophobic.
No. Hang on.
Okay.
He's the perfect one for Brie Larson. Coming soon in cinemas, Brie Larson stars as Anita Vagisil as a snooty fuckwit by day and night, but also when she's not, she's a super extra cunty fuckwit as the superhero Virtue Signal. With the powers of being a fucking cunt, Virtue Signal embarks on no adventures as she turns good movies into shit by getting parts and then acting like a plank.
No, I really think I think the Captain Marvel fans are really closeted homos because I genuinely believe that Tom Holland did all the butt stunt shots.
Oh, that's fucking funny. I was in a hardware store about a week ago, right? And fucking I was looking for something, and like for some reason, all the fucking staff were dressed as Marvel characters, and then no shit, fucking the dude dressed as Spider-Man was walking away from this other staff member. I walked up to her and said, "You want to piss off Spider-Man? Tell him he's got a better ass than Brie Larson. I mean, Captain Marvel." And she fucking laughed her ass off.
The meme. I think it answers a lot.
Yeah. So we're gonna head on out of here, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging with us. As always, just remember to stay metal.